Hello again, this is Chris Russo with 123 Sold Cash. How are you doing today? Well, I was driving around and I decided to stop and take this video. I don't want to take the video and drive, it's kind of dangerous. So I stopped at a parking lot here and I want to talk to you about a deal that I spoke to, a person that I spoke to yesterday. The property is in Tampa. It came from Google and it's from Tampa. And it is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. And my air just shut off. Let me turn it back on. Okay. 4-bedroom, 2-bath house is vacant and needs work. Here's the situation. I've been speaking to, I think it was her name is Beasley. She called and she goes, listen, she's the only surviving, her uncle died and she's the only surviving heir to the property. And she wants to sell it, she needs money. So the first thing I disclosed, I said, I'm not an attorney, I have a lot of experience with probate, but I hand it over to my probate attorney. He can call you, there's no charge, and he can ask you all the information, get the situation, he can tell me what's needed and how long it's going to take and so on. Well, she said, I don't want to go through probate, I just want to sell it and move on. I said, well, that's great, but I looked it up, it's in the name of an estate. So therefore the person deceased. So I told her she doesn't own the property, that the estate owns it. So in order to sell it, it needs to go through probate, and the remaining heirs, the correct ones, who are the correct heirs to the estate, will then be able to sell it once they get an authorization from the judge. Again, I'm not an attorney, and this is what I know, basically doing this for over 30 years. So she went on and on and on. No, it's my property. I'll just have my whatever quick claim it to me. I go, quick claim doesn't mean anything. It has to go through probate, or that's what I believe. So I go, I'll tell you what, before we go any further, let me send it to my probate attorney. So I emailed them and then he'll call you. I might be busy today. If not, I'll call you the following day, but I'll call you. If he doesn't, call me back and I'll make sure he calls you. So anyway, he called her and explained the whole thing. Emailed me back and said, yes, she's an heir and there's 3 other brothers, so a total of 4 people has to go through probate. She goes, well, and then I spoke to her, I told her about that, and then she comes to the realization, okay, well then I'll have to split it with my 4 brothers. Okay, but I don't have any money. Okay, if you come with me and I'm purchasing the property, what I can do, I can ask the attorney to take his fees out of the closing, out of the proceeds. So therefore, she don't have to come up with any front money. Normally, there's upfront money, hard costs, recording the documents, and so on, the attorney needs. So what I'll do is I'll front that money. Sometimes it's $400 or $500. Great, you'll do that for me? Yes. And if you have any questions, call me anytime. I spoke to the seller. And if you have any questions, speak to the attorney. So all of a sudden, now the attorney's in contact with her. He's, I think, mailing or emailing all the documents to start the process. She's happy as can be. She mentioned something about her last name is Train, and her grandmother was the first train conductor in a certain county. Also, she said her uncle owned a bunch of properties, a lot of properties. So I'm kind of excited there. So let's do one by one. I'll take care of this property, and then maybe we can probate all the other properties. So it looks like it could be 10 properties I can help her out with. So she'll be able to receive the money, and her family, the corrected heirs, and properties will be fixed up and improve the neighborhood. So this is another situation. Right off the bat, I had a feeling, the state has to go through probate. But I said, I'm not 100% sure. You're going to have to speak to the attorney. And I was correct. And he told me it was her and total, I think, 4. So this is an inheritance. And she probably was sitting on this property for a while. She came to a realization, hey, I need the money. And she does. She needs the money and she wants to move on. So we got to get, and I told her we got to get everyone else on board. So just because she's interested in selling, we got to have the other siblings to be on the same case, on board. And I'm reading my notes here. Let me see, and I think that was it. So this is just another day. A person called me up, and based on my knowledge and doing this 30 years, I was able to help her. She's really clear exactly what the process is. I was very transparent with her, very patient, and I told her, listen, if you have any questions, call me anytime. Morning, night, evenings, or even weekends. I kind of put a limit. Hey, you can't call me after 10. I need a life. But basically, I can tell her you call it anytime. So now she's my friend. I put her name on my phone. She has my name on her phone. And I'm here to help her out. And I know it's stressful for them. They've never gone through this. They don't know what the process is. And so I try to make it very simple. I said, let me take care of everything. And then go from there. So that's the story with this property, and should work out. I have one property for sure I'm going to buy, and hopefully many more thereafter. Okay, well, I'll see you on the next video. Oh, by the way, if you're listening to this video, if you have a family member, friend that has a property, it's an inheritance, they don't know what to do with it, they're fighting, there's problem, any issue, have them call me, and I can tell them exactly, if they call me, more or less what I can do right off the bat in the first call. And if I don't know, I refer them to my attorney. And if it's a title issue,